the last few days on Great League were a mess, so today I'm gonna have a fun triple shadow line that I think you're gonna find completely entertaining. We're having the Shadow Swampert up on the lead at the back as our safe switch, the Shadow Drapion, and of course for the end game we're gonna keep the Shadow Dusclops with Poltergeist to obligate whatever remains at the back. So here for the first battle we're gonna be able to pressure a lot this poor Sableye with our Drapion, no slots from at all, and that's why I need Aqua Tail over anything else. We can get there back to back pretty easily, and of course we can destroy down any mid battle with our shields up. So here comes now the Bastiodon returning into the battle. I don't care at all, and of course I can spam my way to victory with those Aqua Tails. I will not do a lot of damage to be honest, but still we can put it at a point that the potential Hydro Cannon in the end game can finish it off. At the back they have the Azumarill, and this is not looking that great for me, so player of here is gonna connect for big damage. However, they still need one more move, at least one more move, to do severe job against my Pokemon. Poltergeist is gonna be unleashed with full power on that Azumarill, and now they have to block my Ice Punch, which is big news for me. Now we're gonna go down to the play rough, and it's all up to the Swampy. Bastiodon goes in, and I don't care at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and pressure for that double Hydro Cannon. One for the Bastiodon, one for the Azumarill. They know that, they back out, and that is gonna secure my first victory. Into the next one now with the Gliscor up on the lead. Horrible lead scenario to be honest, and we're having now the Earthquake for big damage on the Azumarill. I said horrible before because it is not horrible for me, it is for them, so they have to back out obviously, and now we're having the play rough on my Drapion. This is gonna hurt, but still we can survive while we can still pressure for those back-to-back moves. Crunch here to destroy down the Azu, out of the way they go, and I prefer to see now the Gliscor because I have the Aqua Tails, but first I'm gonna get to the Crunch thinking they are gonna block. They did not block at all, and they managed to catch the Aqua Tail on the red still. That was poor play from my part, and now we can go in with the Swampert. We still got our Dusclops, but this Gliscor definitely has more than one Night Slash farmed up. Here comes the move. I know I can survive at least one because Night Slash is not the best offensive move, however they can always get that boost and destroy it down if they want to. Able to get in there now with the Dusclops. They got two shields, and I know that I have to get hit by at least one Night Slash. I prefer to be executed pretty early here because I can take less damage than a boosted Night Slash, and of course we're gonna lag as you can see a little bit on those hexes. Still we're gonna be able to provide a lot of pressure with those hexes back at them with the damage, and we're just gonna grab this victory. Sweet victory for our team, while Alolan Shadow Sandslash will be our next opponent. Medicham on the switch, and I will not switch out yet. First I'm gonna try and catch one Ice Punch on my Dusclops. We can do that successfully, and look at how easy it is for our Dusclops in order to destroy down this Medi. We're just gonna tank those moves, we don't care at all. It's easier than a Trevenant, it's even easier than a Sableye. Dusclops obliterating those fighting types with ease. I believe we can pressure here for another potential Poltergeist. Are they gonna expect it? Most trainers do not expect that Poltergeist, but of course I'm gonna get to the Ice Punch as I do not have a lot of energy needed. Just gonna bank that energy for the end game, and now my Shadow Drapion is definitely gonna be the key Pokemon that I needed to ruin down my opponent's dreams. As you can see, down they go pretty easily here, especially with them being in a very bad alignment with our teams, so they got algorithmed. This is a kinda bad scenario for us because I'm having 0 in attack, so most probably we're gonna lose all those CMPs. However, they end up taking the first one, and I was like, you know what, I can also take it. While I can reach to back moves before you do anything weird, they are gonna block, and right after they can farm me down if they want to. They bring into the battle the Noctowl as a switch, which gives me some time, and I believe that Shadow Drapion here can definitely go in, pretty clutch up against the Noctowl, and of course those back-to-back crunches are gonna do a lot of solid work at them. Previously I was using a red steel the past few days, and I did not have a lot of zap cannon debuffs. Whenever I'm having a red steel on my opposing end, they always get the debuff, and here once again the crunches are not debuffing my opponent. I don't know what's happening. So able to bring now their own Swampert back into play, shall I say, and they have at the back their own Drapion. All I have to do here is to bait for the shield and perhaps obliterate them with a not very effective Poltergeist. Yeah, that is a saying, because Poltergeist, when it comes out from a Shadow Dusclops, it can deal so much damage. I'm trying to catch here to the Swampert. I stopped hitting for a moment there, but it worked, and now we can reach to the Ice Punch. Hopefully they can block. If they don't, it's absolutely over, and they do not. So unfortunately here we're gonna lose this battle, even though we had the win con, and perhaps I should have gotten to my Poltergeist. Not blocking was an obvious choice for them. Swampert once again against my own. Let's see, can we win any simple CMB here? Just gonna take the first one, because previously we saw that we can survive, while I'm trying to switch out here to the Dusclops before they farm down my Swampert with their Medicham. Ice Punch here can be appreciated so much, so easily by my Dusclops, and even if that is gonna be a Psychic, we can still survive. I'm just gonna reach now to those Ice Punches, thinking that they might want to block, but of course they don't, so that was a poor timing by my part. Anyways, another Ice Punch is imminent for the Medi to faint. Let's see now how they want to respond here, because we know that they have the Swampert, which has a decent amount of energy. Gonna try to obliterate them with a potential Poltergeist. Are they gonna expect it though? No, I believe not, so I'm just gonna bank that energy for the end game while I have my Swampert ready to go, and one more Hydro Cannon for their final Pokemon, which was the Noctowl. So down we go. However, we're having now the Drapion coming in, and after that Hydro Cannon, they're having their HP below 50%, which means that one crunch might just do the trick here. Able to reach it, down they go. Oh, they decide to block. Okay, once again no debuff on the defensive side of this Pokemon, but it doesn't matter, we can still reach here to that Ice Punch while we keep that shield alive and well for the Swampert. They have to reach to back-to-back moves. They cannot do that, not even with the Mudshot, and the Poltergeist with the amazing animation will destroy down that Swampy. Medicham up on the lead against the Shadow Swampert, and especially under shields. This is horrible for me. We have to stay in though, because my Drapion might still struggle up against that Pokemon, while I got my Dusclops, which can wall down eventually this threat. Able to reach now to the Hydro Cannon, and one more to pressure for that shield, so at least we got that shield advantage on the very early moments of this battle. So Ice Punch here can be easily taken, as you already know, while I can easily go for the complete farm down on the Medi. One more move coming up, I have to block it if that is gonna be a Psychic though, because I have so much energy and I want to see what they have at the back. Horrible backline though against a normal type and with Leak, and that is gonna be the Leaky Tank of course, while they got at the back a Lantern. So you might be thinking, Ganeto, the battle is already over, but no, it's not over yet. We can battle till the end. They're gonna throw here the Surf, good choice I believe. Even the Thunderbolt could not knock out, just gonna connect for a little bit bigger damage, but perhaps they could farm down right after. Anyways, that is all hypothetical scenarios. We got to block the next move and now focus on that crunch. This is gonna connect perhaps for lethal damage on the Lantern, while at the back they still got the Leaky Tank. So sad news here is that they can reach the Power Whip. Good news is that we can survive and still reach to back-to-back Ice Punches. Can we beat them down? I believe we need just one more Poison Sting, but we do not have a lot of HP remaining. Can we reach it? Yes, we can with the crunch, but will this be enough to knock out trainers? And of course it is. Leaky Tank is out of the way, and that is gonna connect for the winning damage that we needed to grab this victory. Into the next one now with that Sableye on the switch, while we got a Registeel up on the lead. Drapion now is gonna go in, and of course we can outspeed whatever they're gonna throw with our potential Aqua Tail. They managed to block, and I will do exactly the same. They end up going for the bait. Pretty nice call by them, but as it seems we can easily go ahead and pressure even more with the Aqua Tail to finish them off, expecting the Registeel to return, but at this point they have to throw at least one move if they want to finish us off with this. We managed to drop their defense, finally it happened, and now we're just gonna get destroyed down by this Focus Blast. Makes a lot of sense. At the back they have a Trevenant, and look at how easy it is for the Dusclops to face even that threat. So you got a lot of solid matchups with Dusclops, you got the Medichams, you got the Trevenants, you got the Flyers, and most probably you have neutral coverage against Registeels, against Stunfisk, Azumarill, or something like a Lantern. So Dusclops definitely an all-around pick. They cannot withstand the pressure, so they're gonna back out, and that is gonna wrap things up for today's video. Thank you for watching, trainers. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and if you want to support even more, well, joining as a member can always help with that matter. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers!